Time to get this party started. Let's go. Let's go. So I have to admit, and I will confess, that I always feel kind of guilty when these trainer sessions come to an end, because I feel like we should just keep doing this because it's such a good way to get us a good workout in. But I also know that we also need to get outside. So if you're feeling a little trepidation over not having these on Thursday, I have the same trepidation. But I do know that you have to kind of sometimes force yourself to jump out of your comfort zone a little bit and get yourself back out on the road. And we're getting significant light. I mean, it's still light outside now, which is kind of nice to know that you can get out on a ride probably now until about 7:20 or so. Just a reminder, I hope that once you go outside that you have a front light blinking and a rear light blinking, because we've definitely found that those lights make the motorists see us a lot better. The other part is they've also discovered that if you have bright socks on, because your legs are moving, that also allows for the drivers to see us more clearly or to recognize a moving thing. So that might be also something to consider. Of course, the brighter your clothes, the better. You know, the more colors or things that are going to pop off are definitely an option. So think about those things as you start to get outside. In terms of helmets, I like to tell people that it's better to buy a white helmet or a colored helmet than to buy a black helmet. So that black helmet, of course, just kind of fades in to the existence, and they might not see you as well with a black helmet on than you would if you were with a white helmet. So just a few things to consider as we get out there. As we start the workout, I know you have your water bottle, your fan, your towel. And let's see what my little coach's book says for today. This one came at the right time. For those of you that may know her, Pat Summitt, probably the greatest women's basketball coach in the history of college basketball. She really had a zest for knowing how to motivate her athletes with multiple championships under her belt. Her quote's super simple. Our emphasis is on execution, not winning. And she's so right, especially in that sport. If you learn the basics of basketball and you execute them properly, you will ultimately win. Maybe not every game, but winning will come your way for sure. So that happens here too, in terms of executing for us on the bike. All of those things that I drill in your head every week: hydration, cadence, staying light, body position, gearing, all of that makes a huge difference. So if you execute those things while you're on your bike, then you're going to have success on the bike, however you're utilizing your cycling, either as a triathlete, as a touring cyclist, as someone who does group rides, whatever it might be. So keep that in mind. I want you to, and I hear this a lot, I want you to hear my voice in your head as you're riding down the road, kind of tipping you off on what you need to do, how you need to make it work. So tonight, I kind of it's hard to believe that we have been doing this for 18 weeks. I went back to look, and it really is amazing to think that you guys have stuck with this, been committed to it, and stayed with it for that long. So I commend you on that. For 18 weeks, we've done a ton of different workouts. So I just took and put together a little smattering of all the things that we've done over those 18 weeks. So how are we going to start this off tonight? We're going to start off with a 5-minute effort. We're going to be in your big ring 15. We're going to do 30 seconds standing, 30 seconds seated. This is going to get us warmed up. So go ahead, shift down a few, get to your big ring, find that 15, and on 3, 2, 1, we're going to stand up. Let's go. Time to get this workout started. Just settle in. Start to feel your heart, lungs, legs. Body's starting to get warmed up. Blood's starting to flow. Three, two, sitting down. Stay in this gear. Little tough. Cadence might be low. That's okay. Working on getting a little bit of that lactic acid moving through the body. Saying, wake up. Get ready for the workout. 3, 2, standing up in your hoods. Hips over those ankles. Light on your feet. Body nice and tall. Looking up at the ceiling if you need to. 3, 2, sitting down. Try to find yourself here. Kind of almost pressing into your saddle so that you feel your legs working. 3, 2, standing up. Get in the rhythm now. You're starting to feel those legs burning. That's what we want. Might not feel so cold anymore. Starting to warm up. Maybe sweating a little. 3, 2, sitting down. Randy's been going periodically to a cycle bar because a couple of his friends, they're kind of doing a fitness challenge. 3, 2, standing up. He said the music is always so loud that he actually took earplugs with him for the workout tonight. And he said, even with the earplugs, it was loud. I don't know why they feel like they have to have the music so loud. 3, 2, sitting down. Almost there. Hang on there. Stick with it. So I want you to think as we go through this workout tonight, all the different kinds of efforts that we're going to do. 3, 2, last time standing up. And then, as you start to ride outside, start to incorporate some of these kinds of efforts in your rides. Don't get caught up in just going out and riding at the same pace all the time. Sitting down for the last 30. Holding it there. We should be well warmed up now. Three, 2, 1. Go ahead, small ring. Up to your easiest gear. Spin it out. Take a drink. You know the drill. All right. So here's how it's going to go. First effort. So tonight, it's a 2-pager, in case you were wondering. You really don't have any efforts that are longer than 7 minutes, except for one, which of course I don't even know the result of yet. So our first effort is 4 minutes long. This is when we did what are called Tabata drills. So something is 20 seconds on, 40 seconds off. We're going to do 4 of those. It's going to look kind of similar to what we did just now, but the gearing is going to be a little different. So you're going to have to find that gentle balance of allowing yourself to stand in a gear that might not be so super giving you resistance under your feet. 20 seconds isn't very long. When we stand for these, I like to try to have you do the highest cadence you can give me. You're going to sit back down and you can rest for that 40 seconds. You only have to do 4 20-second efforts. So that's nothing. All right, so I want you to stay in your small ring. Go down to your 15. So the gear that you were just in for that last effort, you should see 2 or 3 gears under your chain. We're going to do 20 seconds out of the saddle, and I want your cadence to be as high as you can get it to go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So it's kind of sprinty, but it's not really like a 10-second sprint because it's a little harder to hold 20 seconds than 10. 3, 2, 1, sit back down. Allow yourself to recover. Stay in this gear though. Just spin it nice and easy. You can go all the way down to 60 if you feel like it. The legs are going to notice this. Staying in this gear. Kind of forcing the issue a bit. But you're getting an advantage standing up. So you can get that 20 seconds. Nice, good, and hard. Get ready in your hoods. 3, 2, stand it up. Come on, 20 seconds. Keep the cadence high. See if you can get it over 80. If you can get it to 90, that's even better. 3, 2, sitting back down. That's 2 down. 2 to go. You might find, though, Now the legs are starting to warm up a little. So your cadence in between with this rest period might get up a little higher. Remember, when you're standing, if your body is too far forward, you're going to feel it in the legs. 3, 2, and up. 20 seconds. Keep those hips back. Relax your arms. Act as if you're standing on top of the pedals. And sitting back down. Woo, 20 seconds. 3 down. 1 more to go. So if you've been paying attention to your cadence when you're standing, as always, consistency here. Keep it the same, or just a little better as you do them. In your hoods. 3, 2, stand it up. Last one. Come on, keep that cadence high. Looking for a similar block to the previous 3. And sitting down. Stay in that gear. Don't switch yet. Got to finish out this set. I'm hitting you guys hard at the beginning of this workout. It felt cool in here before. Not anymore. Keep the legs spinning. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Nice easy gear. Allow your legs to spin. Take a drink. All right. So that was our Tabata workout. Believe it or not, I think we did 4 sets of 4 in that Tabata workout. So you can do the same kind of effort out on the road. The only thing that'll be different is the terrain may change, which just makes it even more challenging. All right, so next is going to be our 5-minute climbing effort. So we seem to have done a lot of climbing work, which is good. Low cadence is a good thing on the trainer, help us build a little strength. So this whole set coming up next is in your big ring. So you're going to start in your big ring and you're 23. So you might only be shifting down 1 or 2 gears. Go ahead and find your big ring. Hold this cadence relatively high for 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now you should be able to hold the cadence between 80 and 95, easy enough. In this upper range in the cassette, you should be able to get some nice leg speed out of this. So this is really just getting you ready for the first climb. Because after this minute, we're going to stand for 30, but we're going to put you in a gear that gives you some resistance. So keep it steady here as you start the bottom of the climb. Find your 14, 3, 2, stand it up. 30 seconds. We're starting at the bottom. Just getting going. Need a little bit of help. Might be a little steep. 3, 2, sitting down. One easier gear. Cadence might be at 60 or 50. Now you're just getting yourself up. The next section. We're staying here for a full minute. Sometimes this is how a climb goes. You get to settle in, climb a little bit, then it might pitch up again. That's what's going to happen here. In 10, you're going to stay in this gear, and we're going to stand in your hoods. 3, 2, stand it up. 30 seconds. Starting to get a little pitchy on us. That's how you want to use standing. When you feel like you need a little bit of help, get above the pedals. Sit back down. Get to your 13. So one gear up from that smallest cog in the back. And now stand. We thought we were going to sit for a while, but yeah, it got pitchy on us again. Give me 3 easier gears. You're going to hold this for 30. And then that last minute, we're going to go back to that 23 and see if you can keep that cadence nice and high. 3, 2, 1. So 23, spin it out. Definitely get to 90 or close. Keep the cadence high. The effort's good and strong. $25 to go. To the top. All the way through and up over. You're hitting the top. Now keep the legs going. Everybody wants to stop their legs. 3, 2, shift to a little harder gear. Down to your small ring. Easy gear. Spin it out, take a drink. So here's what I want you to work on in terms of your climbing. When you climb anything, when you get to the top of that climb, keep on going for another, let's say, 20 meters, 20 yards. Don't stop pedaling yet. Don't give up until you've gone over the top and down the other side just slightly. That's really going to develop a lot for you. All right, so what's up next? We did some sprint efforts for one of the workouts. Those were 10 seconds seated, all power in your drops with 50 seconds of easy gearing in between. So for these, I don't want you to be in a really hard gear. Sometimes actually sprinting in a different gear, an easier gear, because you're going to get more leg speed, can actually make you go faster. So I want you to be in your big ring, and you're going to get yourself into your 15, or if you feel like you want to be in your 17, you're welcome to go there. So find that big ring, find that 17, in your drops, 10 seconds, 3, 2, 1, let's go. A little harder to sprint in the drops because you're cutting off those hip flexors. In the position, 3, 2, 1, nice easy gear. Small ring, easy gear. We're going to do 5 of these. So allow yourself for the 10 seconds to build that 10. Don't bust out of the gate. Nobody wins a sprint in the first 5 seconds. They win it in the second. That's why sprinters get behind their lead-out trains with tons of patience, just waiting for the moment. So find that gear again. Get up in that big ring. Down in those drops. Let's go. 10 seconds. Give me some wattage. 3, 2, 1. Nice. That's 2. Now with these, you really start to get better as you go. If you haven't ridden all week, then this is going to start to open your legs up and get them kind of a little spark. And that's what we want. We want the legs to feel fresh enough to make it through all 5 of these. If the gear you're selecting is good, go ahead and go back there again. Find your big ring. Down in your drops. Let's go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, nice and easy. Nice work. I can feel my legs coming to life. Randy and I got out yesterday, got in a nice 26 miles. But man, we found some roads that need some serious repair. We didn't even have a harsh winter. These roads were like deteriorating. It's crazy. All right, find that gear again. Get that big ring. Down in the drops, let's go. Quick turnaround. 3, 2, nice and easy. Way to go. You got 1 more. 1 more left. If you're feeling this in your calf muscles, don't be surprised. Because of that quick leg turnover. And of course, when we sprint, we tend to tense up, which is tensing those muscles in a different way. So you know the drill. Last one is the best one. If you're uploading your stuff to any programs, find your gear, up to that big ring, and let's go. Easy gear. Up to the top. Find that gear. And take a drink. Good job. The nice part is you're about to enter in to some cadence work, which always feels so great. I always love it when you can spin your legs after some hard efforts. So we're going to do 1 minute at 90 to 100, 2 minutes at 90 to 100, 3 minutes at 90 to 100. We're only going to put 30 seconds in between each of these, but the gearing that I'm going to give you is going to allow you to keep that cadence nice and high. The first effort, you're going to be in your big ring and your 23. Go ahead and go there. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bring up that cadence. 90 to 100. If you want to split the difference and hit 95, that works. Really concentrate. And I always notice this. Anytime I do any cadence work, the first thing that gets engaged is my core. Because I know I need to use my core to allow these legs to go around fast. So that means that your body should feel kind of upright, which then puts your hips in the right place. 3, 2, 1. You're going to go 30 seconds easy. You can either stay in your big ring or you can shift down. Our next one's going to be 2 minutes in the same gear at the same cadence. So big ring 23 when we're ready for the effort. 90 to 100 cadence. Find that gearing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're really moving this along tonight. Quickly from one to the next. That's what helps the development. The body's like, wait a minute, what? Hey, wait, I got to catch up. It's always asking the question, what's coming at me next? Keep that upper body nice and relaxed. Bend those elbows. Nice, relaxed hands. Feet are flat. 1 minute down. 1 minute to go. Feel yourself staying with it. Don't let that cadence drop. Don't let the effort drop. You got 30. Building all kind of leg speed strength here. $15 to go. You're going to get 30 in between. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds. You can go to an easy gear. Take a drink if you need it. Then on to 3 minutes. This one's going to look a little different though. You can go small ring, 19. So that's about 4 gears down from your largest cog in the back. Find that gear. 3, 2, 1. Again, 90 to 100. If you feel like you need a little harder, if you're hitting 105, or a little easier, make those adjustments with your gearing. Three minutes of steady. This gear shouldn't be super hard. You're feeling a little bit fatigued from the workout, but I know you can hold on to the cadence in this gear. All the racing in Europe has started. It's been fun to watch all these classic races, one-day events. There's been some really amazing racing already. Coming up on halfway. Halfway there. Use your mental to get you through the second half. Tell yourself, you got this. You're keeping it steady. You're doing all of the things you need to do to keep the legs moving. 1 to go. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. I had to throw that in there. Haven't done that in a while. Almost to 30. 30 seconds. Don't let that be a sign for you to slow your leg speed. Just keep it there. Last 10. Stay relaxed. 3, 2. Nice easy gear. Woo! That was a tough one. Moving on to page 2. Yeehaw! Guess what that means? Let me take a drink first. Time to break out the deck of cards. Woohoo! I love the cards. And yes, I have shuffled these multiple times. I am not picking a card that I have pre-selected. It is all by random. As you can see, it's not a magic trick. It's all about what card I pick. Here we go. And that card is the Queen of Spades. Oh, you know what spades means? That means sprinting. Those are tough. All right, so here's what's going to happen. I'm going to pick another card so we can figure out how many we're going to do. Hopefully, I pick you guys a good number. All right, I think you're going to like this number. Not too hard. not too easy, 5 sprints. We're going to do 5 sprints of 5 seconds. So that means I want you to give me your best sprint effort. It is only 5 seconds. I know you can bust it out. Find your perfect sprint. We're going to do the first one in a small ring, and you pick the gear. We're going to do it in the drop seated. Then for each one after that, I'll give you a gear selection and a place for your hands. So find that gear, 5 seconds. I want you to really sprint these out. If you want to build the 5, you may. 5 seconds in your drops, seated, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on. And slow it down. Find an easy gear. Recover. All right, the next one is going to be small ring. Again, you pick the gear, but this time out of the saddle, in your hoods, going for it. Hopefully you don't jump your bike out of your trainer going so hard. Give me the highest wattage you can produce. Really make it a fast. It's only 5 seconds. It's literally 5 pedal strokes. Go ahead and find the gear you want in your small ring. Remember, a little harder is better. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Out of the saddle. And sitting back down. Good job. Woo! I like that gear. That was nice. Got me up into the 500 wattage, 525. All right. Number 3, coming your way. I want you to do big ring. You don't have to go there yet. Big ring, and near the top to middle of your cassette, and you're going to be seated in your drops. So go ahead and find that big ring. Determine your gear. 3, 2, let's go. Seated in the drops. And you're done. See how fast that 5 seconds goes? That's 3 down. Of course, you're going to guess where the next one goes. It's going to be big ring, more near the bottom of the cassette, out of the saddle, in your hoods. So you're going to be nice and up above, allowing you to get a lot of power. That first pedal stroke should be really hard and forward, even if you're throwing your body a little forward. It's kind of what sprinters do on the track. Find that big ring. Find that gear that you like. Are we ready? 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go out of the saddle. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Sitting back down. Woo! You got one more. So, of course, the last one, you get free rein. You can go big ring or small. You can go upper part of the cassette or lower. You can go seated, standing in your hoods, or standing in your drops. So pick the one that's going to give you the most power, the most speed. Let's see if you can beat my maximum of 27.7 miles an hour. Find your gear. Last one. Pick the right gear. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Come on. And sit back down. Woo, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice one. Find that small ring if you were in the big and allow yourself to cool down. As I get this stupid chain back on. All right. Cool it down. Take a drink. Nice work playing cards. And I'm happy to say that I beat my speed by 1/10, 27.8. But my max power, 606 watts. Beat that, early pearly. All right. So we got one short, last one to do. Just to keep you honest. And of course, you're probably going to guess what it is. We haven't done it in a while. I'm going to actually do one more I want to do before we go there. We're going to use the final one as our cool down. We're going to do an over-under, just because these over-unders are exactly a great workout to do when you're out on the bike. So you're doing a high cadence for a certain period of time and a low cadence. We're going to do 1 minute at 100 and then 1 minute at 50. So start off in your small ring. You pick the gear. Keep the cadence at 100. Let's go. And make it 100 where you're kind of like right on the edge of that 100. Don't be getting to 110 or 105. Force yourself to have to get to that cadence. This is how we get development. You don't want to cheat yourself out. Just like Pat Summitt said, we have to emphasize those things that matter. And this matters in getting you leg speed and then leg strength. So from here, you're going to go to your big ring when I count it down. Bring that cadence to 50. 3, 2, find your big ring. You might be all the way at the bottom of your cassette. 5, 0. That's all you want to see on your computer. Nothing higher. Work the gear. Remember, try not to push your heels down, but use that upward part of the stroke so your thighs can work. Almost there. Three, 2, 1. Nice, easy gear. Take a drink. I knew this workout would go too fast. All right, you're going to get a little recovery. Then, of course, To cool us down, we've got to do a couple of one-legged drills. We can't finish the year without doing some of those. Everybody's favorite. So we're going to do a total of 3 minutes, 30 seconds on each leg. I'm going to give you a decent gear. Not something super easy, but something that's going to give you enough resistance. We'll start off with just the right leg, then we'll move to the left. Remember, when you clip out, put your foot back on the trainer so that you have a little bit of stability, helping you to keep your hips square. So go ahead and shift down 4 times, maybe 5 if you feel like you need it. Clip out of your left foot and pedal with that right. Let's go. 30 seconds here. Really focus. I don't want you to make this a workout. I want you to make this about a little bit of cooling down, but also finding that effective pedal stroke. That's what this does. This helps you find a perfect circle. Go ahead and put your left foot back in. Clip out of your right, left foot only. Of course, you might find, as we all do, one leg is stronger than the other, or one leg fights this a little bit more than the other. So then you know that's something that you can work on. Finding pedaling balance, which if you have any kind of power meters or things on your bike, switching feet, it may give you that balance. Right leg only. Only 30 seconds. I'm sure you're starting to feel the sweating process kind of slow down a bit. Your breathing has gotten under control. That's a good thing, since we're using this as kind of a cool down. Go ahead, put your left foot in, right leg out. Halfway there. Only one more time on the right. And after this, one more time on the left. Keeping it steady. Hips are steady. You might feel a little bit more pressure in your hands. Switching legs. Last time for the right. Make this last time perfect. If you're feeling yourself kind of doing that clicking thing, smooth it out. Find the bottom of the pedal stroke and get that pull back motion and up and over. I know there's some athletes in this call tonight that couldn't do this before. Putting in that left foot again. Last time on the left leg. So that's development, when you feel like you can do this and do this with confidence. And that's one thing I want you guys to remember also. Confidence breeds confidence. Sounds like a yogiism to me. 3, 2, clip both feet in. Get yourself to the top of the cassette. And let's cool this down even more. Take a drink if you need it. We're just going to do a couple of more minutes. And then we'll call it a night. So confidence breeds confidence. Your mind is so powerful when you're on the bike. If you can find the way for you to keep your head in the right place, then that will really make a huge difference. So I've told you that sometimes I have my own mantra for myself, especially when I'm climbing. I'm constantly saying to myself, light and strong. So if you find your own mantra that will keep you in the game, get you through those tough times, when you feel like you're struggling. And when you're struggling, the first thing I want you to think about is relax. Because what we do is we typically tense up in a situation where we've lost a wheel, or we don't feel like we're keeping up, or it feels really hard. As soon as you literally relax, especially your upper body, it makes a huge difference. So pull all of those things into your outdoor rides. And if you're doing any fun adventures and you want to share them with me, that would be awesome. And if anybody feels like they want to do any one-on-one sessions, I am obviously, now that it's summer, available to do that. We can work on either something specific that you feel you need to work on, or sometimes I can literally just go out with you and immediately find some things to improve upon. So I thank everybody for joining me for these last 18 weeks. It's been awesome. It's kept me in shape too. And it's been fun every week to have you guys join the sessions. So thank you so much for your support. All right. And I think that is calling it a night. A little over 8, but I think for this last one, that's a good thing. Great job, everybody. Woo.